idea can be the pure vision that the author has.
But some conventional publishers argue that crowd-funded books might miss out on the benefits of the editorial process offered by a traditional publisher.
Well, the rigorous editorial process is I think, essential, quizzing a writer to make sure that the work that they've been living with for 2 or 5 years in their heads works on a reader reading it for the first time, and that's really what I think an editor can bring, is to be a sounding board.
Whatever the merits of crowdfunding in the arts, over the last 5 years, it's really started to take off. There are now crowdfunding websites, not just for writers, but for fashion designers, visual artists and film directors. The digital revolution might have caused huge problems for our creative industries, but it's increased access to the internet, which has also opened up this new stream of funding. The idea first evolved in the music business. Some Velvet Morning are one of the first signings of crowd-funded record label My Major Company. They raised £100,000 from investors to finance their first album, single and video.
The song's all about not being taken for granted, having the strength to walk away from a bad situation.
Everyone who invested in the band will receive a return on their investment. Do you find yourself beholden to investors more than you would if you're working for a conventional record company and you didn't really have any contact with them?
Well, I think that's not true, because conventional record companies, actually there's probably more contacts. They are quite nervous. It's their money they're sinking into this project, and they want to have their input at every stage. Whereas I think with this model, we've had a lot of investors. They invested in what we did before the record company became involved. So I think the record company are also conscious that they don't want to ruin what's already working.
It might be unlikely that crowdfunding will ever totally replace conventional models of funding, but it is becoming more and more integrated into the infrastructure of our creative industries. Later this year, a production of The Ladykillers, which has been crowdfunded to the tune of £1 million, will open at this theatre on Shaftesbury Avenue. But the funny thing is, it'll be so similar to other shows in the West End, you might not even notice. Matthew Kay, Channel 4 News in central London.